Hi everyone, I'm Anil Sir, your guide at Student Care Center. Get ready for engaging, informative, and fun filled educational videos that will make learning a breeze. Join me on this exciting journey as we dive into the fascinating topics together. So let's get started.
Ever wondered how to make sense of numbers after the decimal point? What exactly do they represent? Well, those numbers are called decimals, and they're quite fascinating. You see, decimals represent fractions of a whole. Let's think about this for a moment. You know how fractions can represent parts of a whole, right? Like half an apple is represented as one half. Similarly, decimals do the same thing but in a different way. They divide the whole into tens, hundreds, thousands, and so forth. The place of the digit after the decimal point tells us how the whole is divided. And these decimals.
For more fascinating insights, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and leave a comment. For further help, feel free to contact Anil Sir at Students Care Center on 99990-60986.
They're everywhere. Look at the price of your favorite candy bar. It's probably something like $1.25, written as 1.25. That's a decimal for you. Decimals are everywhere, and understanding them can make your life a lot easier. Now, let's dive into the world of decimal pairing. Did you know that every decimal can be paired with a fraction? But how does it work? Let's break it down. A decimal is simply a way of expressing a fraction in a format that's easier to use in calculations. For example, the decimal 0.5 can be paired with the fraction 1/2. Similarly, 0.25 translates to 1/4 as a fraction. The trick to pairing decimals with fractions lies in the place value after the decimal point. If we have a decimal like 0.3, the place value is tenths, so 0.3 becomes 3/10 as a fraction. If there are two digits after the decimal, like in 0.75, the place value is hundredths, so the fraction becomes 75 hundredths or 3/4 when simplified. So, the more digits you have after the decimal point, the larger the place value, and thus the larger the denominator of the fraction. So remember, every decimal has a fraction pair, and the key lies in the place value. Adding and subtracting decimals might seem complex at first, but it's actually quite straightforward. Want to know how? Let's dive right in. When adding decimals, the first step is to align the decimal points. This helps us maintain the correct place values. Imagine we're adding 1.2 and 3.45. We write them one above the other, aligning the decimal points. Then, we add as if they were whole numbers, starting from the right. If there's a blank space, we can fill it with a 0. Subtraction follows a similar pattern. Align the decimal points and then subtract as you would with whole numbers. For example, if you subtract 2.8 from 5.0, you'd get 2.2 as the result. So the next time you see decimal numbers that need to be added or subtracted, remember, align the decimals and carry on as with whole numbers. So, what have we learned about decimals today? We started our journey by understanding what decimals are, their place in our number system, and how they express parts of a whole. We then delved into the fascinating world of pairing decimals with fractions, a crucial concept that helps us better grasp the relationship between these two mathematical entities. Our adventure didn't stop there. We also explored the addition and subtraction of decimals. Remember, lining up the decimal points is the key to successfully navigating this terrain. These skills don't just enhance our numerical literacy. They're essential tools we apply in everyday life, whether we're shopping, cooking, or even playing sports. So, that's all about decimals. For more detailed explanations or help, feel free to contact Anil Sir at the Students Care Center at 99990-60986. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and leave a comment. Your feedback helps us create better content for you.